friends, how are you? Good, I'm so glad. Are you guys all ready for the 4th of July for the fireworks? Me too, I love seeing them in the sky. The explosions are so fun, the bright, pretty colors. Well, we are going to make this fun project, an Uncle Sam project. And we're going to be making rocking Uncle Sam. So we're going to make his head and it's going to rock. It's going to be so awesome. So get your big person and then we'll get your supplies and then we can start making him. You are going to be using a little bit of paint, so maybe just wear something that's okay to get a little bit dirty or put on a smock, okay? All right, let's get ready. You'll need a glue stick. You might need tape if you want tape, so tape if you want it. You need a pencil. You need a paintbrush. You need some scissors. And then the rest of the stuff should all be in your kit, okay? Oh, I have this out. I forgot to put this away. We don't need this. This was for another craft. We don't need that one. We are using a glue stick for ours, okay? All right. Then in your kit, we're going to get this awesome direction kit, or directions. This is what we're making, a rockin' Uncle Sam. All right, so you're going to have this paper plate. You're going to have a paper plate, and you're going to have this paper full of mustaches. A mustache you a question. Isn't that funny? Because you know why? I'm going to let you pick what mustache you want to put on your Uncle Sam. That's why. All right, you're going to have white, blue, and red paper. You're going to have flesh tone colored paint. That's what that's called. We're going to have it that color. If you want to use a different color, that's totally fine. You're going to have 4 little teeny tiny stars. All right. You're going to have some of those. And you're going to have googly eyes and these 2 little red circles. Okay? Whew. That's a lot of stuff. What do you think we're going to use all that for? Well, yeah, we're going to use it for our rockin' Uncle Sam. Silly Miss Penny. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to take your paper plate first, okay? You're going to take it and you're going to bend it backwards, okay? So if I'm holding it this way, this is the side that we eat on. We want to bend it backwards, right in half. So maybe your big person might be able to help you out. You want to bend it right in half, just like that, okay? Then make it really, crease it really, really well. Creasing it means folding it really tight, okay? So it looks like this, all right? Then you're gonna take your paint, which is not gonna be in a big bottle like this, all right? It's just gonna be in a little container. But you're gonna take your paint and your paintbrush, and you are going to paint. See how there's a line on the paper plate? See that line right there? You're gonna paint just one side of the paper plate. You're gonna paint it all with that color paint, okay? Just one side and just that. I have already done that. And I did that so that it could be pretty dry so that we could finish our craft a little bit quicker. So I just painted just that little circle of it, see? So I took this circle of one side of the plate and I painted it with the flesh tone. Flesh is like skin, so it's like skin tone, okay? Now everybody's skin is a different color. I chose this color. If you want to use a different color, you can probably use other paints and mix it to make a different color. And that is okay. So first we're going to do that. And then we're going to start making his hat. Okay? Now to make his hat, you want to take your red piece of paper and you want to, this is going to be a little tricky, so I want you to use your big person to help you out, okay? You want to take it and you want to put it right against the paper plate here. And I want you to measure it, all right? I want you to measure it from this circle, or this part of, right where you painted, okay? So I want you to measure from here to here. And maybe mark it or something, okay? Maybe put some marks there, okay? And then I want you to decide how tall you want your hat. You get to choose this according to how big your paper is, okay? So you're gonna mark it how wide. So we want it to just be just from face to face, just as wide as his face. Okay, so you're gonna mark that, and then you're gonna cut it up into a rectangle, just however tall you want to make it. That's the first step. Okay, so Miss Penny has already done that. I have my rectangle. See, it's just the size of his face. Perfect. All right, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to take white paper, and I want you to cut some strips of white paper, like really thin, skinny white strips of paper, rectangles. Okay, now I want the rectangles to be the same height, so the same height, length of the red paper, but skinny, so that you're going to have lines of white. Okay, so your big person might have to help you with this too, and you can cut however many. So you're going to make stripes. That's what you're making with the white paper. You're cutting out lines to make stripes. So your big person can help you. Now I cut some out already, okay, just to show you. I cut some out just like this, so they'll be fitting on there like that. You can make them skinny, you can make them a little bit fatter if you want, a little bit wider. That's what you're doing. So however many stripes you want to make, cut those out, okay? Then when that's all ready, you're going to take your glue, and we're going to go ahead and glue that on, okay? So glue on your stripes just like that. So I made myself 3 stripes, but you can have as many stripes as you'd like. If you just want to have 1, then that's fine. If you were able to cut out 10 stripes to fit on, that's fine too. However many stripes you were able to cut and fit, that's how many you want to glue onto the red rectangle. Okay, so here's Miss Penny's. But yours doesn't have to look like mine, because you might have different kinds of, there we are, just like that. Okay, I just made stripes. All right, the next thing that you should do is take your blue paper, and you want to take your blue paper and measure it again. So much measuring. Good thing you have big people to help you. You want to take your blue piece of paper and you want it to be longer now than your red. So can you see how I already cut a piece out? See how there's like a piece cut out? That's because I already cut a piece out. I made it longer than my red, so it's longer. You want it to be. You want it to be wider than your red paper. And you're cutting another rectangle, but you want this one to be like a wide rectangle, okay? So just kind of a wide rectangle, and hopefully your big person can help you. I will show you. It's just a wide rectangle. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna glue it on the bottom of our hat, okay? So when you get that cut out, go ahead and put the glue and glue that on there, okay? Remember, it's going to be wider, and that's okay because that was the plan. There we go. That's what your hat should look like so far. So far we have done this and this. Are you guys following along? Nice job. You're keeping up. This is a tricky project, but with your big person and with you watching, and we'll get this done. All right, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is add the stars to the hat. We're still working on the hat. All those 4 stars, we're just going to glue them onto the blue. So you can glue them however you'd like. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 stars glued right on, and we're done. Watch. 1, whoop. There we go. 2, 3. And you know what? If you have other paper at home, or even if you have your own star stickers, you can add more stars. There we go. Stars. Isn't that neat? Look at, ooh, they kind of shine like a mirror. All right, your hat is done. So now, you know what we're going to do? We are going to work on the face. But why don't we go ahead and put the hat on first so that we know exactly where to put his face, okay? We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit of glue either on the front of his face on the top right here, or you can put it right on the back of his hat, whatever's easier for you, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put mine right on the front of his face, just at the very top. because that's where I want it to go, right there. Right like this, okay? See? Right like that. Perfect. Now, keep in mind, I know some of you like really tall hats, but if you make it too tall, it might bend back. See how mine's bending back a little bit? A little bit. If you make it really tall, it's going to keep bending. Especially if I don't let the glue dry. You have to let the glue dry too. All right, let's do his face. Let's make eyes first. I'm going to do his eyes first, okay? So, you put eyes on wherever you think the eyes should go. So, eyes. And sometimes stick glue doesn't work for eyes. You may have to go get the white liquid glue. All right, sometimes. All right, so now we have eyes. Good, perfect. You guys are keeping up with me. I love this. Now, this is where you have to decide what you want to use for his mustache, okay? And this is where the white paper comes in. So look at your mustache paper. Decide what kind of mustache you want your Uncle Sam to have, and then maybe your big person can help you cut this out on the white paper. You're going to have to trace and cut, okay? So choose your mustache, cut it out, get ready, and then we're going to put it on. I already have mine cut out. I chose this kind of mustache. So I'm going to put his mustache on. Actually, yeah, I'm going to put his mustache on. And his mustache actually is going to kind of cover his mouth. It's going to kind of be part of his mouth. So I'm going to put his mustache right here. All right, there we go. He now has eyes and a mustache, which is kind of like his mouth too, because it covers his mouth. All right, now these little red dots are going to be his rosy cheeks. His rosy cheeks. So let's go ahead and put those right where you think his little rosy cheeks should be. All right, one cheek and two cheeks. He's got little rosy cheeks. There we go, see? Little rosy cheeks. So cute. Okay, so this is where your pencil now is going to come in handy. You can have a pencil. If you'd rather use a marker, like maybe a black marker or a gray marker, whatever color marker you want. We're just going to draw a little nose on him, okay? And the picture shows like a little U shape for a nose. If you know how to draw a different nose or you want to draw a different kind of nose, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and go with the U shape because I actually don't know how to draw noses. So I like the U-shaped nose. I think it's perfect. There we go. I think I might need to add a little bit more glue because his hat seems to be falling off a little bit. Or tape. Tape is good. Tape is good. There we go. Look it. There's your Uncle Sam. So where does the rockin' come in? I'm about to show you. The tape is just in case you want the paper plate to stay closer together. You can put some tape right inside here. I will show you. So take a piece of tape. Take a piece of tape. Roll it into a circle like this. All right? And just kind of stick it right there. So I stuck it right there. Can you see the tape? Yeah, there it is. And then it kind of holds the plate together so it's not going to keep coming apart on you, okay? But I am going to tape on the back. I'm going to go ahead and tape his hat on because the glue isn't holding it on really well. And I'm afraid it's going to fall off. So you can add tape to his hat if you want. If yours is doing that same thing, go ahead and add some tape to his hat as well. Or add more glue, whatever you feel like you need to do to keep his hat so it stays on his head. Because the hat, well, it's kind of an important part to this Uncle Sam. Okay, there we go. That's so much better. Look at how much better that is. Okay, here comes the rocking part, everybody. Let me close up my glue. We don't want our glue to dry out, so make sure you put your cap back on, okay? Here we go. You set him on the table, and you rock him. Look, rockin'. Look at rockin' Uncle Sam. He rocks. How fun is this, everybody? Okay, so you guys can make your Uncle Sam. Put your name on the back so that everybody knows it's yours. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Okay, and then help your big person clean up because there's going to be a lot of cleanup from all the cutting. And then you get to just hang out with your Uncle Sam. How cool is that? Have fun, everybody. Hope you guys have a good 4th of July. Goodbye.